with the Kog'Maw. Curious to see what happens here on the Lucian as we get into game number 2 of Suning taking on DMO. A battle of pride here in the LPL as we start off day 2 of week 4.
There we go.
Seems like everyone has paper cutouts of Twila. Like, I've already seen 5 or 6. So, popular face of DMO as their brand's starting to build up as one of the newest organizations in the LPL.
Yeah, he's someone you want to be a fan of, right? When he joins the LPL, he's someone that has that kind of play style that you want to just go out and try in your own solo queue games.
Yep.
Whenever you're hovering through mid, you're like, I haven't played mid in a while, but you know, Zilean, Aurelion Sol, like these options that you're like, that's so cool if I can get it rolling. And he's able to do that so consistently. To me, he's more of an inventor in the mid laner. So that's what I think. We're just talking about identities.
Yep.
Twila, for me, is an inventor. And on top of that, his interviews are just hilarious. So I know a lot of people will not be able to understand it, but if you ever get the chance, if it's translated, he's a stellar on the mic.
One of the widest champion pools in the LPL as well. Through that mid lane. For Twila, he's gone for the lethal tempo Azir once again. The only Azir we've seen here in this series. But standard across the board. Press the attack on the Lucian. Still looking at the double Comet there for DMO.
Just take a look at the trades coming up top side. Like, for me, the Comet being picked up by Chanhong, making its best use. But Renekton's just getting completely thrown out. And that's expected. The only concern here is that if Biubiu can hold the wave up top lane, and if it doesn't fully crash, that's the constant plight that a Rumble player has to go through.
Yeah. Of
being fully extended and not having the ability to fully push it in. So let's just hope. I mean, Xiaopeng is topside for a reason, not only because he wanted to clear topside and get a full experience advantage. Now, speaking of Xiaopeng, he's going to be the focus of the POV stream.
Yep.
If you get the chance to be able to check that out on Douyu or Huya.
Apparently,
but
got to pay now.
Exactly. Got that good old R&B. But my point is, he's just there to defend topside. He's not going to be there for a little bit, but thankfully Sejuani is nowhere near the top side of the map. Chanhong can do what he wants for a little while.
That was a big back there from Xiaopeng, early back rather, I should say. As the top side was cleared out, heads towards the blue buff, while Weiwei still clearing away towards this bottom side. And in good position to go for an early lane gank, but choice is his as Scuttlecrab is now up as well.
Yeah, both junglers are going to be just fine in full clearing. One thing that Sejuani is able to accomplish against so many great skirmishing champion is just the fact that she can get her proc down. If she wants to disengage, she'll do it.
Yep.
And if she wants to engage on you, she's got the stun and likely has a melee champion in the area to be able to nail it down on you. But one great thing about Nocturne is the spell shield to just the nope, get out of jail free card.
That's very true. But remember with tanks, just so much base damage in the early game as well. With that easy clear towards the Scuttle.
Oh, no.
Maple just smashing down this lane. Good on Twila, though, for getting the lethal tempo, starting to trade back with it.
Cancelled his last auto attack, Maple, but still a lot of damage here in the lane. And this is when you start focusing once again on potion leads that you saw last game. The Nico was able to acquire, but this time around it's fairly even. Take a look at this.
Maple's very low. Xiaopeng's coming in. We send out the darkness, but Maple just walks away. So helping to push out the wave to give Twila a bit of easy pressure.
And lethal tempo on Nocturne is something that we've seen so consistently since MLXG picked it up not so long ago. He might have to make use of it now, though.
Weiwei just walking through the brush. He doesn't care about Xiaopeng. He's going to
Oh
go for Twila.
God.
The alpha move from the jungler of Suning.
He had to flash off that. A lot of people would wonder why, but if he gets that slow, Maple still has flash.
Yeah.
He would have flash chained with ease. So, like, that's a concern that you have to have and fully respect, and he did just that.
Alpha move times 2. Weiwei's going to push Xiaopeng off of this Scuttlecrab and even look for the engage. He's going to get Permafrost off one more hit. Weiwei doesn't able to go in, but
it's a 2v3.
Passive is procced, and Biubiu still at enough health to re-engage this. Arctic Assault into Chanhong. They're going to find it. Permafrost the flash. They run forward. They flash forward. They engage forward. Xiaopeng may get a trade-off here, but he's certain to die as well with the flash there. Never mind my words. He gets out with a trade at the very least.
Good trade back. Pretty surprised that Suning fully committed to it, but they wanted to get a kill out of it. At least they got the first blood on this one. Oh, interesting.
Oh, this could be a repeat game.
Wow.
What do we say? Teleport to turrets. Why do we say it? Because this happens. Chanhong, his second death incoming, or will he get it with the Flame Spitter? Biubiu's walking up 1-2, and they need the third. Weiwei comes forward, flashes away. Xiaopeng still here as well.
Get over here.
Biubiu getting slowed down with the Electric Harpoon. Now the Flame Spitter. He needs the 1v2, but he doesn't know where to go. Xiaopeng walking away. The movement speed with the slice and dice. Level 6 hit now for Chanhong, but the ult doesn't hit. It doesn't slow. Biubiu just getting out of this lane.
He can still fight him, though.
Can he find it? He gets a spin to win, hits Dominus. Now Chanhong is speaking of an alpha game. The slice and dice not needed. He culls the weak.
It took a long time, but he still got the double kill in the end. Biubiu waits. He knew he needed to be able to get 6 off the wave. Comes right back to it. That was a dicey one.
Yes.
That was really tough. In fact, Weiwei fully committed. I was really shocked that he came right back in just to get the damn slow. So if we ever get a replay on that one's going to be a long as hell replay.
I was ready to give all the praise over to Xiaopeng because he was still here. I was surprised.
So no matter what happens in this play, this is still a bad call from Chanhong.
Yeah. To
teleport back into the wave here, you will not have the damage to be able to come into that one cleanly. Sure, execution comes across. Weiwei has to fully commit. I still am not a fan of that. But this is the most frustrating play for any Renekton top lane, where he can get a kill on both ends. He finally still nails it. But take a look at this. So close to level 6. Is it just the cannon minion? He knows it too.
Oh, wow.
Cannon minion, Dominus right on top of the kill, so he gets the double kill on Dominus.
You know what? If Biubiu didn't get that slice and dice onto Xiaopeng, if he was short, he was dead there from the equalizer. So these small plays come into fruition. And in the end, it's Biubiu who comes out on top with a 2-0 start. Big moment for the top laner, but the bottom lane even wants to fight. They want a semblance to control themselves. The Smlz takes a prowling projectile, and GALA almost dies. Boomerang blade, SwordArt flashes, because we're looking top, we're looking bot. There's action everywhere. Smlz flashes into the play, takes him down. That's an alpha move again. As Weiwei with the Winter Spell gets the chilling smite, but Chanhong just walks away. He doesn't want to die a third time.
I don't know what happened top lane. I don't even want to know. 2 insane plays happen at the damn same time, and Smlz comes out big.
Biubiu hunting for the kill. Chanhong doesn't want a bar of it. He just goes, takes the proxy wave and says, you know what, I don't care. More turret plating to be mine, and Chanhong losing out hard.
It's insane. The fact that 2 of those plays happened at the same time, and it made the observer feel like, directed camera, because he had no idea which one mattered more, and I felt the same way. Smlz came out big at the bottom side, being able to get that kill, but, at the same time, the fact that Rumble, let's see how it all happens. Of course, look at the wave management.
Oh, wow.
Like, as a Rumble player, it's impossible without your jungler in that position.
And then this just happens.
And he somehow gets out. Get out of jail free card. Feels bad, man.
Yeah. Thanks to the blast cone as
well.
well.
Oh my goodness.
That was too close for comfort for the top laner. Now, at least the Rumble's keeping up in CS, but at this point, wave management, like, it's getting pushed up against the turret. The Rumble struggling here, only with the blasting one.
And apologies, there's so much in this game to focus on. I'm going to redirect you towards Smlz here.
Go for it.
Because I always wonder how players deal with Yuumi as a champion. The fact that she has so much added sustain within the lane makes it so now Smlz has gone towards Executioner's Calling right off the get-go. He's got the early kill. He has the Cutlass, so he has the extra utility that is involved with it, including the the nice Vampiric Scepter build that comes in, so he has some sustain. Wow. But now if the skirmishes come through, there's no way for you to continue to have that heal continuously procced on you.
Twila's starting to get impacted from this too. With all the pressure on the top side, Weiwei freely able to move through that river and go for the deeper invade you saw there. Twila trying to roam to the top side, but he can't get there because Maple locks him down, starting to chunk him out as well.
Yeah, he's got to worry about himself. That's going to be the hardest one. Get in there.
He wanted to ult that. Maybe that's going to be a mistake, though.
Maybe
Gets
not.
2, 3. Bit of starburst there for Twila. The freshness is here. I hear deja vu in my ears, Raz. This time it's a turret dive from Suning's 2v1.
And they're going to get a lot off of this. Turret plating number 1. They can get a push on this next wave and crash it in before they base. So Chanhong, understandably, is getting bullied.
And you thought last game he was able to recover? Well, he's going to have to recover from an even greater deficit. That TP's still not up, and Xiaopeng's like, what do I do now? Well, I'm going to pop the Paranoia. The Emperor's Divide doesn't work. They go onto the Nico in the mid lane. Starburst comes down the pop blossom. Defensive maneuver, but it works out in the end. Well, look, here comes a big panda ball into the mid lane. Well, we look at the bottom lane culling. GALA might die again. The ultimate to come through from both Mark and SwordArt. And SwordArt sending out bindings every which way, but Smlz just dominating the lane too.
That was Mission Impossible right there. GALA ducking down. So much flying at him that he was like, please help me. Lord, somebody.
Still impressive to stay in this lane though, Raz. So GALA making the job to really push it out. SwordArt sitting down here as well, looking for that next light binding.
This is what you want to see versus the Sivir and Yuumi lane. That, you know, a lot of teams don't have a real response to. He picks up Lucian, has the Lux alongside him, and I think if it was anything, I'm talking about Braum or Nautilus, does the same amount of work. You just need to be able to just charge straight in and fight. Yep. Because the cooldown that Yuumi has, albeit feeling pretty short, you have windows of opportunity where you're 2v1 and you can look to surround her and, of course, out-skirmish her. So it's good the fact that they're trying to get that. It's allowed them to get that pretty significant CS advantage.
Yep. Don't forget that Prowling Projectile and Zoomies level up together here. So still a very big cooldown on Zoomies in the early portion of the game. But that Prowling Projectile starting to get to the point where it does damage, but not enough to save them from that CS deficit they've accrued in the bottom lane. Trade-off of objectives, though, here across Summoner's Rift is Suning pick up the Rift Herald. Didn't need to rotate the bottom lane up there to do it. You
can just pick your fights whenever you want. Yep. As the bottom side. I'm talking about, you know, I know this has been discussed pretty heavily around the world, but the excessive slow that comes alongside the Yuumi Q and the damage, especially when you have Comet as your keystone, makes it so that, you know, you get not only do you get a lot of damage yourself as a standalone, but you set up for GALA's Q as well.
Yeah.
And that's just a great amount of damage, and they can't really get on top of you if you time it well. That was a teleport used by GALA because he needed to pick up the wave, so the cat is pretty sad about this one that he couldn't join on the ride.
He did not take Mark with him. Sad enough, as Twila is going to feel the same way. Caught out in the mid lane. The spark again onto Twila, this time at half health. Maple trying to catch him out even further, but just pops on down this time to Xiaopeng. Maple in the mid lane holding strong while Rift Herald on the top side. Suning and not slowing down.
Are they giving full gold here for Smlz? This is going to hurt.
Yeah, Weiwei not getting anywhere near it at the moment.
Give him that
for
cash.
Mark and GALA in the backside all the way to Smlz, but that's 770.
It's a lot of gold, my friends. He's cashed out.
Yep. That's the end of turret plating as well. A minute left to capitalize on that, but in the top side of the map, Suning, they don't care. They're going to keep on pushing. Xiaopeng getting bullied out once again at 25 health. He manages to secure the red buff. Small wins, but you take what you can get at this point.
Yeah, but completely pushed away from the top side. So, I mean, Dominus made the right call of at least matching top side, but they couldn't do anything about it. So, not only losing your Krugs, getting the full turret plating gold on an Smlz, huge advantage there.
They can stay up to the top lane. He can receive the wave. 3 members mid can hold this, even push this out a little bit further, while the bottom side is getting shoved in. Now, if you thought you heard the end of Chanhong into Biubiu, but whose name apparently for some reason I can't say anymore, you haven't. The Renekton is 202, and he doesn't have his first item, but he soon will.
Pretty glad that Voidboy's found himself in the league, personally.
Biubiu, excuse me. Has the Tiamat there, so a lot of wave, a lot of wave management there being the key word.
Yeah, and I think that right now the pressure is going to be levied towards the mid lane pretty heavily. I mean, after this contest, take a look at this. What are we seeing as a replay here? Oh, they just want to look at the fact that he got that cash money. He's banking, my friend. Here's a great advice for everybody out there. When you get that kind of gold, don't put it in your bank. Underneath the pillow is where it's safest.
Yeah.
You know? No one would ever check under your pillow. That is not the first place.
Oh my God, run! He's getting robbed, Raz. The flash is on top. They get it. They steal it. It's all theirs. Now with the final chapter onto Maple. Another pick in the works here. Pop Blossom coming down. Twila doesn't walk into it, but Maple, even with the hill, might be caught out. 2 kills over to DMO. Suning paying heavily.
Great play on that one. We didn't get a good idea, the context of why Smlz was in the area, but they don't care. I mean, they just see you there. They're going to be able to dive right on top of you. Yep. At least he had his cash money underneath that pillow. He didn't bring his pillow onto the rift.
I mean, kind of. Still a lot of gold going over. That's 400 gold that was picked up by Xiaopeng.
Yeah, it's a lot of That's a lot to pick up. So
Partial
why did he
robbery.
even get there? Oh, no, he's contesting the control ward alone. Don't do that, my friends.
Wow.
Never do that. There's not much to even say about that. You didn't have SwordArt with you.
Yeah.
That's a lot of the criticism that we had to Smlz really last split. Even the year before that, actually, last year. A lot of the times when he was having his support away from him, either roaming up towards the mid lane, just away from him in general. Smlz would try and do too much without his support and get caught out. Speaking of that.
It's going to be very different, though, because the rest of DMO are going to have to come on in. Interesting maneuvers.
He lost control of all bodily functions.
So ultimate and flash burn there from Twila. Unfortunate, but at least he saves his life.
Yeah. He's alive, and that's what matters at the
That's
end of
what
the day.
matters, yeah.
But back to that cash money incident. He has 400 gold off plating. I guess just being able to take the first turret gold is what that is. But add that. I want to see the extra gold that he has in his back pocket.
Pickaxe. Avarice Blade. No, it's not Avarice Blade. Executioner's Calling. Sorry, living in the past. Mark is by himself.
Hello.
Should not be here. Jumps onto Twila before he gets absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, you have to use his heal. So the one summoners, one of the additions, the pluses of having a Yuumi alongside is you have double summoners in it next to you. And yeah, that's double control wards on top of each other. Yeah. Just extra bit of gold.
Okay. Weiwei sitting here clearing the way by himself as the Final Spark to clear the wave alongside it.
If you ask Renekton top only, he's disgusted that you even purchased the ward to begin with.
Yep.
That's why you don't ask people like that.
Okay.
That's why you don't do that.
Rumble trying to get out of that lane, help push out the mid lane and get something done. But Chanhong starting to fall behind. 40 CS is the difference at the moment. Black Cleaver picked up there for Biubiu, and I'm still saying it wrong, aren't I, Raz? Why do I do that? I said it once.
I'm just going to let you go.
Biubiu, all right?
Yeah.
I've been saying it right for the first 4 weeks.
Yeah. Debatable.
God. Okay.
But we're at a stage right now that I think Suning should be fairly confident in trying to force a fight on towards Dominus. Not just because of the gold advantage that they have, but the Hextech GLP purchase there from Maple makes it so they can actually utilize the vision pretty well. If they were able to catch anybody off, let's just say, usually it would be a Xiaopeng walking forward. You know, he would get slowed, make it easier for a pick from Suning to be able to come through. Just the range and damage, like if Smlz's in the area, just making use of his ultimate. You know, Cole smashes a lot of the champions Dominus has. So, don't have a frontliner, then you better watch out if you poke your head out.
We're talking about pick potential, then we can continue the discussion on the side of DMO, looking at how the Nocturne and the Yuumi can be utilized, like the mini cat submarine we haven't really seen here in the LPL.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a really good point. I think I've seen it once, and the combination that you have there is just breathtaking. It's amazing. Just because when you find yourself just fighting right into into the thick of things, just dive into 3 people. Let's say if you have your stopwatch, which he does have, he can hold himself alive a little bit longer. Huge amount of damage on top of some person, and on top of that, of course, you have the ultimate from Yuumi just channeling, able to create a larger CC chain that you can utilize with your team to just kind of just jump on top of.
I'd love to see the Shen moved into this comp as well. Just put it in the top lane, see what happens there, because that to me sounds like a good night out.
There are a few, points in which Shen can be viable in the competition, right? And I think there are a lot of great Shen buffs that are coming through. We saw it on Fnatic, actually. Fnatic wanting to pick the Shen into the Aatrox. Right now in the LPL, we're not willing to make that kind of sacrifice. Or experimenting. Right now, Aatrox is just sent in the naughty chamber.
Yeah.
Not going to be out of the banning phase. But I think if it ever finds itself there in a game, Shen is a good pick into that early.
We are a region that's experimented many, many times before.
Don't
have time for that. Xiaopeng. Oh, good spell shield, but the ultimate comes through in the culling as well. They don't find him, but Mark detaches to absorb some himself. That was actually a good moment there from the Yuumi.
That's a lot of damage. Xiaopeng has to go back to base, and on top of that, GALA will not have the mana, and of course the positioning. He has to take that long way around to go around through mid lane. So this should be a free mid lane turret.
They're only saved by the fact that Baron's not up, that could have been maybe even worse here as they found the Pop Blossom down. They're going to find the pick as well, and GALA just gets absolutely dismantled here by Suning. As they've also got Chanhong, he puts the equalizer down. The paranoia comes out, but it's way too late. Even jumping in, the Azir ultimate to spread them thin. The Azir helps out, gives Chanhong a kill even from the death, and Xiaopeng gets Weiwei. Now for DMO, if they re-engage this fight, they're looking for Maple.
They shouldn't fight, though. Just take a look at how strong Suning is, their 3-man unit. Of course, Guardian Angel being there on Nocturne makes it a little harder. Yeah. Can walk away from that.
He's going to try and follow it up. Maple's already out of there, though. So for Suning, losing a couple of members off the back foot of that play, still for DMO to trade when they're this far behind is okay.
Yeah, it just goes to show how strong Xiaopeng is right now.
Yeah.
Guardian Angel being picked up as he based, coming right back onto the map to be able to make that play happen, huge. Because Suning had a great call here. Remember how bad of a situation Dominus were in to begin with. Because GALA took, skipped a step. He didn't want to take the long way around. He didn't have the control word necessary in the red side jungle. He took that risk, he died. Same happened to Rumble. It was this combination that made it easier for Dominus to find a foothold here. So, good clap back.
Thank you to Twila, says Chanhong, for giving him that kill at the very end.
Oh no, GALA, please.
You know he's going to pass down.
Let's see what he does. Let's see.
Here he comes.
He's
Look at the vision here in the enemy jungle.
Oh,
GALA
yeah.
has absolutely no clue. Now Control will spot out, so some clue. But for DMO, this red side jungle is completely littered with Suning wards.
Yeah, I don't even think Sivir got the gold off that control ward because that ward got replaced.
Ooh, absolutely denied. Chanhong looking for a pick here on SwordArt though, Raz. Trying to be proactive.
Oh,
he will
no.
find one. Two electric harpoon. SwordArt caught out, but here it comes down the equalizer with the prowling projectile over the wall, but a simple flash from SwordArt to disengage.
Good catch from Chanhong overall, but that's a flash.
Here we go. Glacial Prison into the culling. The light beam that comes out. Twila wants to take it into the fight, but for Maple still frontlining here with Biubiu in the mix.
They're going straight towards him.
That's a paranoia onto the mid laner. Here comes the pop blossom down. Xiaopeng into the GA. Now for Suning, they had the fight, but they're at half health. Xiaopeng can't disrupt it any further. A 4 versus 5 going on.
They didn't want to go into the fight when Smlz was just goading the men, saying, okay, get over here. I have 2 items. Both the Essence Reaver and the Black Cleaver, or at least the Blade of the Rune King, he will take this fight. He's hunting for more.
There's a TP coming in just to secure the Infernal Dragon or challenge DMO if they go for the fight.
They're going to be able to... Good position to get Chanhong here. Remember, he still has flash here, so.
And he slows everyone he touches. The Frostfang sits him down. Maple continues to order away. Chanhong between a crocodile and a chameleon. He takes a crocodile to be snapped shut in the end.
Great positioning from Suning overall. I mean, at least Twila is trying to get position through mid, but that should be a dragon now going over to Suning.
And an Infernal Dragon to Suning. Thank you so much, Nico. Thank you to the Lucian as well. That's going to be doing a lot of favors here for the Suning composition, and this one's going to reset and look, double Infernal.
Wow. All right. Suddenly the dragons are going to be a primary focus here for Suning.
Yeah.
That will change the game up a little bit. But that fight was tough. We were talking about, singing the praises how Xiaopeng was right now the major point of focus for the team. He was huge at this stage of the game, able to get himself the Guardian Angel. He's going to try for another fight here, though.
Might still be huge. Coming on in, has Paranoia available in about 5 seconds, so he was gearing up for that fight. Being 4K gold behind, DMO still have control in this river, which is a testament to how they've been shut out.
Yeah. But the situation of the last fight is that you just need to pick your fights. Pick your positions.
Yeah.
Because that terrain didn't give him any favors. The fact that he fought in, Ultimate really drove him in towards Maple, and so he got completely isolated. That's a situation you can't find yourself in, so he's right now suffering the losses of a GA cooldown, which really just destroys the efficiency of the item, of course. So now he's got to wait a little bit longer.
You can see Xiaopeng jumping into that tight space, though, what he could achieve with the ult of someone like Chanhong. I mean, the equalizers have been back and forth this game, but one good equalizer on top of the Nocturne engage, and that's the fight right there for you for Twila to take over.
Another focus, because remember, you're talking about top lane.
Yep.
The Rumble equalizer is huge, but remember, Renekton right now is a powerhouse in team fights.
Very true. Spirit Shogun.
So, like, the idea of a flank coming through Biubiu, now he was able to accomplish this in the last game with the Kennen. I think he's going to be able to hit that. And you do not want a Spear of Sojourn Renekton on top of your backline. So we'll have to see what he can do. With the problem, like that is a major issue with a Yuumi. With how strong she is, you have less of an opportunity to create a front line.
Yeah.
Because, of course, there's just 4 people, 4 champion models really in the fight. So the issue now is who's going to be stopping the Renekton from getting that flank off. It would have to be Twila's ultimate.
Yeah. But at the moment, if we're speaking about Yuumi, Mark attached himself to Xiaopeng, who still trying to find a window in this game while slowly losing turrets like the bottom lane inner. That solo gold went over back to Biubiu.
This is a risk. Mid lane inner turret, you have to be able to defend that if the call is to have Sivir pushing top lane. But You can see their positioning right now. They're getting as much control as they possibly can in the red side jungle. Northern Quadrant is controlled by Suning.
Just trying to get the minions to take this top turret down. Smlz lets it go. Longer lane in the top side, still going to favor Suning. Up towards that Baron.
All right, we'll see what the call is here. I would want a good base right now off of Suning. I think they need to find themselves more control wards. You see that happening from Weiwei. And if you're looking towards the inventory from Maple, I think he's just trying to find a good key item. So if he can get something for himself, I think Zonya is a pretty big priority.
Okay.
Then he would have one more slot open and available, so he can finally get himself a control ward.
Zonya's Hourglass against DMO, against a Nocturne, a Rumble. It's painful to deal with if you're DMO, so makes sense that would be the third item coming up here for the Nico, who, and that Pop Blossom going to be an eye watcher coming into the next fight.
I always love kind of identifying champions like Nico, Lissandra, like their position in fights, like more of a filibuster. The fact that they are champions that are not tanky, but of course can buy for so much time because of their ultimates, the Zonyas that come along with it, and it's just insufferable for a champion like, for an AD carry like GALA to be able to say, okay, how long do I have to play, right? How long can I wait until I can do some damage? We'll have to see. It looks like the fight's about to start.
Oh, that's finally the paranoia coming in. Yuumi on top as well. They've found themselves a sweet pick. It's going to be into the mid lane of SwordArt. Now that he's been picked off, an advantage for DMO.
Yeah, and there's no way to start this fight. Take a look at Biubiu, though.
In the flank position, level 15, Renekton deciding whether to go for it or to disappear. Seems like the latter is the choice.
Yeah, it was just a positioning error from SwordArt because they didn't put themselves in position. If he lost his life, I mean, that's fine as long as people in Suning are able to get a good position for, you know, a re-engage, but that was an opportunity for them. So sadly, Suning are now taking a step back.
But this hasn't changed too much, though. Still a gold lead for Suning. Small death timers on SwordArt. They still have the shove in this top lane shortly. As okay, turret does go down. They are looking for a pick, but Twila can't go any far further, so they need more picks like this, waiting for the next paranoia to come up.
Just so creative from Dominus. That's the second time that they've been trying to get the top lane wave pushing out, shoving out consistently so they can get control on the bottom side of the map. And take a look at it. They're here in the right time for the second Infernal Dragon. So Suning are not in position, even though they have a pretty substantial gold lead to touch it. So it's been pretty damn good right now from Dominus. A patient game.
Yeah, you're right. Off the back of that last play, then Suning now have to reposition towards that Infernal. And 10 seconds till it comes up. Dominus look like they're pulling off a little bit, but they've got the vision to test the river.
Top lane wave is good for Dominus once again. You see right now they need to just wait for Rumble to get his shove out from bot side so he can come out and join the team. He's doing it right now anyway, so he's already got the shove here.
But if Biubiu joins the fight, 2 levels over Chanhong right now. Something to keep in the back of your mind as both do have TP and Infernal started up. Look at the pings coming out from DMO though. They're heading towards Baron.
That's a double Infernal Dragon, and they're going to be in position to stop this. So Dominus recognized that they just have to take that flat L. I mean, what can you do?
Okay.
You better not start Baron. That's just a suicidal decision.
It looked like they're walking towards it, but the vision in the end was the only priority.
All right, so they at least have a defensive ward to get some vision of what's happening. Take a look at it. You know, the Azir in the top side of the map. He's in a position where he could always move if he gets collapsed on.
Wave shoved out. Great ward here from DMO. Just around the edge. Hasn't been cleared properly by Suning, so they don't have to push towards this Baron.
But that Scryer's Bloom pickup by Weiwei, knowing that there are no wards there. There's actually just one. I don't know if they've saw it. There's one ward that catches them out in the banana bush.
Yeah.
They don't have to concern themselves with that just yet. It would be a great teleport flanking tool by Chanhong if they want to make use of it.
Still in the inventory means Chanhong now can either push the turret or back away, but Biubiu's just heading down. Alarm bells ring for the top laner of DMO.
It's just a good cat and mouse situation. You know, strike and run. That's basically what we're seeing from both Twila and Chanhong. I know you're loving it.
Good time to check in. Well, I'm loving the gold difference. There's 3,000 between Biubiu and Chanhong. I mean, night and day, really.
Yeah, this Renekton is absolutely monstrous.
Yeah.
But the gold efficiency on Rumble Ultimate, if he's able to get a great one, is just, it makes up the difference.
10,000.
It's huge.
Probably not that, but yeah, massive.
Yeah, you're just throwing numbers at me, and I'm just going to have to continue on. But yeah, Rumble Ultimate, if he is able to force you to just sit on it, and there's not a lot of magic resist on the field, is just such a great addition. So 100% you need some magic resist from Weiwei in particular. I think a Aegis of the Legion into Locket of the Iron Solari would be a wonderful pickup.
Okay.
I know that we've been actually just been seeing that from SOFM a little bit in your jungling if he's going Sejuani, but it might be very difficult to ever see yourself. You actually just need a Warmox first, so.
SOFM is an innovator as well, so.
A little bit to a fault. But yeah, in this case, if I'm talking about that, there's just items that have higher priority. So 100% Weiwei just needs his Warmox before he ever starts thinking about that. But fine. I mean, right now we're just at a stage where Suning have pretty damn good control on the top side, and they're just kind of waiting until they get a good spot at Baron.
Remember, for DMO, come back to that Rumble ulti a little. By the time we get a level 16, aka level 3 Rumble ulti, we'll have a 3-item Chanhong. But also for DMO, the elements are coming into play, like the Azir that's going to have 3 items shortly, GALA, who now has an Infinity Edge paired with the Rapid Fire Cannon. A 3-item Sivir. We're getting late game. Let's remember what this champion does.
Yeah, I would agree with that. This team right now has a lot of consistent damage flow they can go through from just both the Azir and Sivir alone, and that should just be there enough to scare you.
Yeah.
They just need someone that can frontline. And I think right now Suning have that with just the Renekton alone. That's going to dissipate when the items start coming through. So specifically, if Sivir ever gets that 4th item, you're going to be really concerned as a Renekton. So this game should be a little bit more faster if you're Suning.
But right now versus the Lucian at 3.5 with the BF Sword to add in that extra element of spice for SMLZ. That'll be a big advantage towards these close range fights and SMLZ running amok in them. Suning might find a pick here. That's a double light binding. They've got the jungler into GA. That was quick. And now the Yuumi has nowhere to jump. The final chapter to lock him down. But Xiaopeng to get out is a miracle. For GALA to get this fight would be even more so. Flashes come out. Twila flashes in. Doesn't get the passive off. The ulti was big, but not big enough. And Twila going down for the miracle play. Not worth in the end.
That was beautiful from SMLZ. I know we'll see it again, but the fight's not over yet.
Biubiu's coming in. Dominus popped in. He flashes in. He slices and dices onto GALA. Angry Crocodile jumps into the mix. A breathtaking play, but he shouts back to Xiaopeng, "You're breathtaking! You're breathtaking!" into the GA. Maple following up too, but look at GALA. So darn low. Walks forward. Spell shields early. Culling comes out, and they're all dead in the end. An ace again, and Suning take everything.
Yeah, they run away from the Baron buff to join in on the fight that Suning were just clamoring for. That was such a great fight from SMLZ. I'm gonna, sing his praises from the beginning, because Twila went for it. He wanted to get that Azir sweep on SMLZ no matter what. He get it dashed away from him. He even followed up with Flash himself, but then of course SMLZ had kind of planned that out. So that's something that I'd love to be able to see. That understanding of how Dominus wants to start that fight.
Committing to the very end for Suning. It all works out. They pick up the Baron buff in this game. Suddenly that lead is now so consequential for DMO.
I just want to see that slow-mo, right? Give me it, just give it to me nice and slowly, just as we started off here. Because right from the beginning, gets a great jump off on GALA. And so, that's great. I mean, this is mostly the result of the last fight, so we'll be able to see it. But it was the call from Suning to completely ditch out on the Baron buff itself because the fight needed to be ending in their favor.
Let's go live. Xiaopeng with no GA has been caught out. The only reason he survived is thanks to the Prowling Projectile. Weiwei locking down with the Glacial Prison, and Twila starting to auto-attack. So for DMO, their last fight on the tables potentially.
It was nice from Twila to be able to duck out of the W from Lucian, because that Banshee's Veil is going to be crucial for this fight. Right on top of him, it's going to be hard to be able to get him off.
Trying to deny that third Infernal. Weiwei jumps into the pit, looking to start it off. The Equalizer comes down. Infernal goes down to DMO, but Xiaopeng, it's just gone. Woo! Now into the Pop Blossom. The Zero does nothing, and Suning still have the fight. GALA setting up with his Yuumi support. They need to slow them down with the Prowling Projectile. GALA gets a bit of help, but Mark, why did you jump back? Help me! The cat's going to die here because Maple just decides his life is over. Another Chameleon in the works with GALA looking to suicide, or at least just make the grand escape.
Lucian recognizes he's buying for time, all right? That's all he's trying to accomplish for. They'll get the kill, but they'll be pushing up through mid immediately afterwards.
It's going to get slowed down, or at least walk towards this. Permafrost's going to come through. Weiwei can't get it in time. He Arcane shifts forward, or rather just lands forward.
Just trying to buy for time.
Can he get there, though? The thing is, GALA, he's taken 2 members, but 3 are just hitting at the base.
They're trying to end the game. Nocturne is back up and available.
And so is Chanhong. Twila in 8 seconds. They go for the engage anyway, but Suning is just so far ahead. 3 versus 1, 3 versus 1 again. And underneath the Pop Blossom, they're nothing. Suning take their game, and they make it even more breathtaking in this series.
What a great endgame call from Suning. The team is showcasing